for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 41-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Good.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I got you. Hey, check. Mike 50. Hey, 0. Got it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Oh, he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now it's Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Wilson on the keeper, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Russell Wilson taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Yellow, yellow. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They run on first down with Jackson and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
I got it.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Falcons. Marvin Harrison, 38 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Wilson now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. They set up the screen to Bo. Pushes him over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On the draw, here's Jackson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
Now it's Wilson. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Wilson will throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Saints 21, Falcons 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A loss of 2 there, second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The kick by Bryant is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Wilson. Right side caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes.